WrestleMania weekend. I'm here with Dakota Kai. Big weekend for everybody. What's your favorite part of WrestleMania weekend?
Oh my gosh. I think it's meeting all the fans because we have a lot of opportunities to do that. I get to go to WWE World today. So I think that just overwhelms me because I don't know how I view myself in terms of being like someone that others look up to. But then when I go to events like this, I see all the people that support me and that I get messages from online, but you don't really know who these people are until you see them in person. So I think it's that, actually seeing these people and yeah.
So I think it's fair to say like a lot of people support you. You're kind of like if you want to go babyface, sometimes.
I went through a bit of a rough patch for a second there.
Yeah,
for a
like,
few years, yeah.
You know, depending on how you
go through our ups and downs.
Depending on how you look at it, there are some ebbs and flows to everything. But I would say generally, people support you. They get behind you. How do you feel about being kind of looked at as sort of a babyface character, if you want to look at it in those terms?
I guess for me, because when I started NXT in 2017, that's sort of the path that I started on. And then I, went through my heel era when it was like in 2019, I think, of the first ever women's War Games match in NXT. And then from there, it was like actually a long time, almost like 5 years of being that. So for me, I'm naturally very like bubbly. I'm personable. I want to get to know people. I love like being this, so it's more organic for me, I guess, to be this character if we want to put it in those terms. For me, being a heel was definitely more challenging in terms of going down that path, but I think this feels more organic to me. Hope it comes off as that too, and it doesn't,
I think it does. I've seen people support you, whether it's like through gaming or streaming or anything like that. Like there's a different kind of relationship
and
there.
That's why I love streaming too, is because I get to talk to the people through chat on that level too, outside of this. Yeah.
All right, so this is kind of like an out there question, but what's the most crazy or what's like kind of the most frivolous thing you bought once you felt like okay, I made it, I have a little bit of money, like I don't need this.
I really know. It was a gaming PC. So for me, I've always ever gamed on consoles and stuff. I was a PlayStation girl from back in the day, and I bought a couple of handheld gaming devices, which are also pretty pricey. But for me, the gaming PC, where I was able to stream and play like AAA games with no lag and really good FPS, like, are you kidding me? That was my big butt
so
spinner. Yeah.
We got there a lot quicker than I expected.
And I got to upgrade. Yeah, we got to upgrade the graphics card. I did it myself too. I built that PC myself.
There you go. My final question was going to be, what would you like people to talk about more, or maybe like something you're proud of? Maybe that's something.
Gaming stuff? I think so. I mean, I recently, that world, because I've been a gamer since back in the day, I love talking about that. I could talk about that all day, like favorite games, definitely not shooters and stuff. Like, don't ask me about Fortnite. It's not there. That's before my time, but I also really have started like being passionate more about shelters, like animal shelters. I started a series recently on my Instagram called Shelter Diaries, just raising awareness for shelter dogs and cats and things like that. So that probably too.
All right. In terms of wrestling,
yes,
anything you want people to focus on more that maybe you would just like to talk about more?
Wrestling.
Because people always ask you like, oh, favorite match or moment, or
You mean on that sort of
just kind of like maybe one that say there's like 3 matches you always get. Maybe there's like something that, or maybe a moment that you're like, this really worked for me, but it didn't get the attention that I wanted.
Oh, okay. Damn. I haven't wrestled Rhea on main roster yet. I did have a few matches with her in NXT, so maybe during that time, especially NXT in 2020 when it was like during the COVID era, there was a lot of good stuff that happened there. There was a 6-woman ladder match that happened in front of 0 people. You know how much ladders hurt when no one's cheering for you? They hurt a lot. It's surprising how much cheering helps your adrenaline and not feeling pain. That was a match. I think it was like in your house, NXT 2020 or something like that.
I think I found a headline. Do you know how much ladders hurt when there's no one there?
Yeah. When there's no one there.
Or it's like a memoir.
Do ladders hurt when there's no one there to hear you?